Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live now. So, this is the first live stream on my channel, and the point of this live stream is to boost my chess rating to 2500. So, this is the brand new account which I created now. So, let's see how many days it takes me to get to the 2500 rating mark. So this is the first game which I am going to play, and I will only play rapid chess. No bleach, no bullet. So I will get a chance to explain my ideas behind every move. So you guys will like it definitely. So let me search for a game. So this is the first game on this account. So let's see how it goes. So finally, I am paired against I am Virak. So I'm going to start the game with one e4, which is placed by test. As you guys know, Bobby Fischer has said it. I'm going to play d4, and if he takes my pawn, then first of all bishop d3. Then I will also capture his pawn. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Okay, he supported his pawn, so I think I can take and exchange their queen and then capture his pawn, threatening to play knight into f7. That will be quite good. Let's see what he plays here. He captured my central pawn also, so first of all let me attack his knight. So he can save his knight by pushing the pawn, but then my this pawn is quite advanced, so it will control lots of square in the center. Let's see what he plays here. Okay, he did play pawn to d5, so let me castle to the king side, and I will try to play knight to c3 or maybe knight to d2, trying to exchange his central knight. Let's see how it goes. Okay, he pinned my knight, so let me attack his knight first. Let's see what he plays here. So guys, this is the first live stream. If you guys have any question to write in the chat, I will try to explain. If you have any question regarding this game or some other topic in the chess. So he wasted his move by going back. So I'm thinking of playing queen e2 or rook to e1. Let's see which is the best. Maybe I can play queen e2. I'm again attacking his knight. He plays bishop to c3, but this is not a good move because I can take his knight, and after pawn takes I can also capture his pawn. So that will not a problem for me, and I will be a pawn up. Let's see what my opponent plays here. He simply left my knight in the center, so I am a piece up now. Let me save my knight. So knight g3 I can play, knight to g5, then pawn s6 will happen. So there is no point in going knight to g5. So just knight to g3 is fine. Let's see. If he wants, he can take my bishop, then I will capture with my queen. So again, he also left his bishop, so I will take his bishop and attack his queen and the pawn. Let's see what he plays here, and I think I am completely winning in this position. See what my opponent plays here. Okay, he's thinking now, but it won't do much for him because he is now 6 point down. That means that means what? That means he lost his two minor pieces in the opening. Let me hit his queen again. If he was queen to c5, then b4 will be a double attack. So let's see where he goes. Okay, he did play queen to c5. Now I can play b4. Again in this position, if he wants, he can take my pawn and attack my rook, but I think I can take his bishop. If he goes and take my rook, then I think that will be quite a bad move for him because I have at least there knight into g7 check and king f8 and bishop a3 check, and his queen will be gone. So, and if king d7, then I can play bishop f5. So he goes to d8, but now I can give this check and attack his queen with my rook. So this is a discover check, and now his queen will be lost. So let me decide if he wants to take his queen or play bishop f5 check first. I think I will take his queen first of all. Okay, he resigned. So this is the brand new account. So chess.com is saying to play 4 more games to be rated. Okay, no problem. Let's search for another game. Okay, I will start the game with knight to f3. Game is about it. No problem. Okay, okay, let's place the second defense. Queen h5, he has gone for what is this move? He wants to smother checkmate me by playing bishop to c4. That will not happen, my friend. First of all, I will save this pawn. And if he goes bishop to c4, then knight f6, attacking the pawn and the queen. What is he playing? He is giving me free moves. So I just develop my knight by attacking his queen. Let's see what he plays here. Okay, so if knight f6 then pawn to e5, he can play then knight d5. But let's see. I'm thinking of playing d5 move also. Knight f6 or pawn to d5. I'm banking on playing d5. This is a good move, I suppose. I will take with the pawn and my bishop diagonal is also open by playing this move. This is not a good move. In the opening age, just moving is queen. It's not advisable. You are supposed to develop the minor pieces first, then castle, and at least try to move the queen. I think I can play d4 here, and this is a double attack. Queen g3, then I can take his knight, and if queen into d7, then I can play bishop f6, supporting my rook. Okay, he did not take this pawn also, so let me save it by playing bishop to f6, and then knight f6. I'll play and not castle to make my king safe. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Bishop g5 he has gone for, but this is a free piece, my friend. You just missed it. Queen is also supporting my bishop. You can't take with the queen. Knight f3 he has played, so I am. I'll just play this. No point in thinking much. I am 5 points up, so this position could be winning for me. He wants to short castle. Okay, I will let him castle. No problem. Next move, I can also short castle and make my king safe. Okay, let's do the full job. I also make my king safe. Maybe rook to d1 he can play to attack my queen. Then I have to think where can I place my queen. Queen b6, queen a5. Let's see what he plays here first, and I can decide where can I go. So guys, if you are watching the stream, to make sure to write something in the chat because this is the first stream of mine and I'm not sure if the audio is good or not. So please write and tell me if everything is going good or not. Queen f4 is played, so I think knight d5 I can go for attacking his queen. Let's see what he plays. Okay, he's threatening checkmate here. So I have to save it by playing pawn to g6. There was no other move to save the checkmate, so g6 was forced. We will just play rook e8 and place my rook in the same file of white's queen. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Pawn h4 he has gone for, so he wants to play pawn to h5. Okay, at least in this position I can play bishop f5 and try to exchange the bishops. So let's see where my opponent places queen now. B2 a4 he has gone for. Okay, I think I will exchange and think now what to play. Now I cannot take this one because knight and queen both are supporting it. Let's see what I can play. Let me play just rook e8 and develop my rook on the open file. G4 he has gone for, but now I can take this one. No, yes, I can. G5 then bishop into G5. There is no problem in that. Let's see what my opponent plays. Okay, he has also exchanged his knight for my bishop. So now positions should be winning. Let me just give a check for now because after playing c4 he has just blocked queen's rank to save this b4 pawn. So I will take it and I will give another check here, and if this one then this is check. If king f3 then knight to d4 will be a checkmate. So king has to go to g1 then queen g4 and queen g2 would be met, but king has gone to the f3 as well, but now knight d4 is just a checkmate. So I also win the second game, so let me search for another one. Okay, so in the previous game I played Sicilian. Let me play French opening for this one. Knight s3. Okay, I will play my opening d5. Okay, c5, just controlling the d4 square. No problem. This is a free piece, my friend. You missed it. d5 square was controlled by my queen. Queen e2, he has gone for. Let me play knight to c6, hitting the e5 pawn. If he try to play d4, attacking my queen, then queen can take his bishop. So okay, he did play this. Just play queen into c1 check. So now queen d1 is forced, and at least I can play queen into pawn, hitting his rook and the pawn. So that would win the game for me. So the now rook is also taken, and also the pawn is hit. So he can't save both. So how to capture this pawn? With the knight or with the queen? That is the question. Let me take with the knight, and I wants to play knight into c2 check. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Knight into c2 is a check. That would fork his king and a rook. So I think he can play rook to c1 for now. But then I will just develop my knight to the f5 square. Okay, bishop d3 was also there, which I missed. But at least in this position, I can play what I can play. I can play here on the c4, hitting each bishop for now. I think it is forced for him to go to b1. Then I will play knight to a queen to c3, winning his knight, hitting hitting his bishop. Let's see what my opponent plays here. So this thinking. Hitting here. Let me see. Okay, let me just so and now the sync it is there. Born into bishop and back to sleep. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Queen f4 check here 1-4, but just bishop to d7, and I'm also hitting his queen, and bishop is also attacked. So I think my opponent is move. Let's see what he plays here because this is quite a bad position for him. Let's see. What is he thinking of? His queen is attacked. He plays rook to c1, counter attacking my queen, but I think he did not know that I can simply capture his rook by giving a check. So now queen e1 is forced. Okay, he resigned this game. So this was quite a good game for me. So here in the opening he just played knight to g5, so he means that I can capture his knight. And after that this game was, and again he played d4 hitting my queen, but he simply means that his bishop is not supported, so queen into c1 check is there. So this was after queen into c1 he resigned again. Let me search for another one. So let's see the game I played in this stream, and I won d5. So knight f3 I can play that I'm going to play for now. So he is going for the middle defense, which is d6. I can play d4 and bishop to c4. Let me play bishop c4 in this game. If I play, then not a good game. I can play d4, hitting his pawn, and for now I can go I think I can also play this. Let me see. Pawn into pawn, and if it takes my so for now pawn to pawn, I can also go for knight to g5, hitting h, and he can play knight f6. So that is that can be played, but let's see if I have something more here. If I play bishop g5, then there is simply pawn to f6. So bishop and knight both will be under attack. That would not be good. What I can play here? This is the question. Let's see what I can play, or for now I can thinking of playing. Okay, let me just let me just go knight to g1. I know this is not a good move, but there was no other good option, because if knight g5, I would have played them. After knight to s6, there was my knight have no other square to go to from g5 square, so that's why I play this. So let me just develop my knight here, and I think I could have taken this, but I again missed it. That's not a good sign. Let me just take this pawn. He, I was saying that in this position he could not have played this, because there was bishop into f7 check, and if king into f7, then queen was there. But again I am saying there would have been bishop before check, and he would also be my game. Let's see. In this position, I am thinking of simply playing knight to c3, hitting his knight for now. Bishop g7 he has played, but this is a mistake, my friend, because your knight was hanging. You did not save it, so okay. Fourth game is also done. Let's see. Let me search for next game. So I am playing with South Korean player. I think yes, I was right. Let me play pawn to e5 for this game. So he is playing a Scotch opening. I will capture the pawn. So there is a quite a option here. So bishop c5 I can also play. As what I am going to play. Bishop to c5 move here, and see. Okay, so here I can play queen to f6, threatening checkmate and also hitting his knight. Let's play it. So there is a threat of queen into f2 checkmate, and I am also hitting his knight. So he plays bishop to e3, but this is not a good move, I suppose, because his pawn structure is damaged now. There is a move of queen into b2, but can I play this? This is a choice which I have, but I think this pawn structure is damaged, so simply taking the knight is also quite good because I don't have to take much risk in this opening. Knight to c3, he has gone for. Let me see what I can play more. Let me just develop my bishop, and if I get a chance, I will also want to castle long side, but for now the queen is stopping it. Let's see what he plays here. Bishop d3 he can also play, but again he cannot castle to the king side. Okay, he has gone for queen to f6, so now I am thinking to castle. Okay, this is a good move, and if queen takes, then I can capture with my knight. That would not be a problem. So he also wants to castle. Let me think. Okay, if my queen on the board, so I would not exchange it. Let's see what he plays. Maybe he can castle king side or the queen side. So he goes for the king side castling. Let me just develop my knight. Let's see what he plays here because there is a threat of knight to g4, threatening checkmate and also hitting his pawn. Maybe pawn s3 can play to control the g4 square, but again d3 square, these squares would be weak because this pawn cannot control this square after playing pawn to s3. So he bring his rook to the e1 square, saving his pawn. So if I play knight to g4, then he can keep my knight. Okay, let me think. Maybe I can first of all play this, and if he plays pawn to s3, then my knight would be quite good on the e5 square. Let's see. Queen g3 he has gone for. So now the question is, let me just play pawn to f6, controlling this square, and after pawn s3, I can play knight e5. He goes for this, but can't I just capture this pawn? What am I missing here? That is the question. I don't think I am missing anything. Let me just capture it. So here I am also threatening to capture his bishop and take the d3 pawn with my rook. So let's see what he plays here. He played queen to f4. This is a good move, I think. So if I exchange the queen, then he can take with the pawn, and if I take his bishop with my knight, then he can also take my bishop with his rook. But again, I don't have many choices because he is also threatening to play queen to s5. I mean queen into s6. So in this position, I can go to the s5 square. In that way, I can keep the queens on the board. So think I am going to play Queen S5. I don't see any problem, so why not play it? Let's see what my opponent plays here. Okay, my opponent is thinking for now. S3 he has gone for. So can I just take his bishop and capture with my rook? That's what I'm thinking for now. See if I have other move also or not. Maybe I can play g5 and after queen into f6. No, that would not be good because knight and bishop both will be hanging. And again, I can try to bring my rook here and try to play g5. That is a option, but again, that will be quite a risky choice. So for now, let me just play king to b8 and give the move to my opponent and see what he wants to play. King x2 he has gone for. There is a nice g4 check in this position, but I don't think it would do much after king to g1. So let me just bring this rook in this file, and both my rooks are quite active on the central as well. He played g4, but this is a mistake because of knight into g4, and he cannot pick with the pawn because his pawn is pinned, and if he could take with the queen, then bishop into g4 was there, so that is also not good. Let me see what I can play. First of all, I can maybe go for knight into e3 and rook into e3, then queen into s3 check is there. King f2 he would have to play. But why shall I sacrifice my knight? Let me just play knight e5 and I am hitting his pawn here. Let's see how he is going to save it. So I am just seeing how he's going to save it. Let's see how he's going to save it. Queen s4 he has played. So he wants to exchange queens. Okay, so let me exchange it and I will capture the d3 pawn here. So I am now how many pawns? I am in this position 3 pawns now. That's quite a lot of pawn, my friend. Let me play bishop into a2 I can play, or I can also try to play bishop to d5 or bishop to d7, bishop to c8. There are so many choices in this position. Let me think what is best here. Bishop d5 and his knight will be attacked, and if he saves his knight then look into pawn there, or I can just take this pawn. I don't see what is wrong in this. Let's see what my opponent plays here. So his knight is hit, but he did not save it. Let me just take this pawn with my rook. I think you will go for this. He gives a check, but this just helped my king to come out. That is not good. I can in this position try to trap his knight by playing bishop g8. Then there is rook e8 threat to capture his knight. But thinking of more. Maybe I should my take and get my take. Time is also running out. Let me just play fast. Bishop d8 is good because I'm threatening to play this. Let me wait. His knight is trapped now. There are no other square for this knight. Let me just give a check and capture this pawn. This position is totally winning for me now. So let me just capture with the rook and keep my pawn attached. Let me also save this pawn and I'll play quite safely here. Also he gives me a chance to exchange the rook, which I won't miss. But here is also a good move for me, which is bishop d3 check. Now this rook is gone. Let's see. Now we can try to capture this pawn. I will definitely do here. Okay, let me just give a check here and use the pawns. Where is the checkmate, my friend? Let me give this check for now. And this is a checkmate, I think. Yes. So 5 games are completed and my rating is 990. Okay, not a problem. Let me search for another game. And I'm playing Bank H790. Let me play d4. Okay, so I will go for Queen's Gambit. Pawn a3, just opening my bishop diagonal to capture this pawn. My friend, this is not a good move because of b5. He took it, so let me just develop my knight and then I can also take this pawn. This pawn is not going anywhere for now. Okay. For now black is a pawn up, but this pawn I can take anytime, so no point in taking this pawn now because there was bishop before check. Let's see, he pinned my knight, so I will just castle here. Thanks for taking it. What is he doing? He playing pawn to f6 and now this pawn is quite weak. Let me think what I can play. First of all, I can go to d5 here, but let me just develop my bishop here and control this square. Let's see what he plays here. Pawn e5 is one four, but this is not a good move. He is opening up the center, and his king is also in the center, so that's why that was not good because all of my pieces are just pointing towards his king, and queen s5 is also coming here. This game is just one for him because he cannot save queen to s5. This is just a checkmate, my friend, which you missed. What can I do? Let's see. Let me search for another game here. Because range pawn e5. Now it is the time to play Karuga. Let's play d5. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Knight c3. He has gone 4. So let me decide what I want to play. So the main move here is to play which play left. There are two choices for black. Bishop f5 is one and knight f6 is another one. And I think there is also knight to d7 move which is known as Karpov variation if I am not wrong. So that's what I want to play here. The c4 he has gone for. So for now I will just develop my knight here and try to castle. Maybe I can play g6, bishop g7 and so castle. He took my knight, so I will capture this siege. I can also take with my pawn, but I think knight capture is quite solid because my knight is also developed here, and I'll try to play. Okay, so he's threatening to checkmate me here. Why you want to checkmate me? Let me see. So first of all, here is knight d5, but then queen f3 is a problem, I think, because this is a checkmate threat. So I think pawn e6 is forced here. Let's see what my opponent plays. Castle. Okay, so bishop e7, bishop d6. Which one? Maybe just bishop to e7. And next move, I can castle here. Let me just short castle. And maybe in the next move, I can play queen to c7 here, hitting his knight, and try to play b5, bishop d7. Let's see what my opponent plays here. So, if you guys are watching, do make sure to write something in the chat and see, because this is the first stream of mine, so I am not sure how you guys are finding it. So he plays bishop to f4, so now my queen can be attacked by knight to g6. Let me see what choices do I have here. Maybe bishop d6. I can play here, hitting his knight. And I can see what my opponent is also playing here. Rook even he has played, so now the rook is supporting the knight, and also the bishop is supporting it. Let me just play pawn to a5. Now there is a threat of playing e5, and after bishop b3, I can trap his bishop by playing pawn to a4. Let me see how my opponent defend this threat with. Maybe okay, he missed it. So I can play d5 here, and after bishop b3, I can go for a4 move, and then his bishop will be trapped. So let me see what my plays here. The e3 then f, and he did play bishop to b3, but now let's pawn to a4. The and well on. I take this and play bishop to b7 here, and my plan is to play pawn to d5 and exchange this knight and go queen to c6 to try to checkmate white king on the g2 square or on the h1 square. Yes, that's what I will go for. He can take my pawn here, but then let me play knight to d5 here, and I'm hitting his bishop for now. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Take my friend. Thank you. Just a pawn. There is also knight h3 take coming. That was good. Let's see what he plays here. b6 he has gone for, but now he kept control of the c6 square. So I can play queen to c6 here and try to checkmate on the g2 square. And he can also cannot take my knight because queen g2 will be a checkmate. So I think rook e4 is forced here. Let's see what he plays. Rook e4 he can play, but then again knight into d3 can happen. Taking his queen and also queen into rook can happen. Let's see what my opponent plays here. So for now, I was thinking, let's see what he wants to play. Knight e3 he has played, so White is thinking of controlling the g2 as well, but I think he missed that there is also queen to h1, which is a checkmate. So I think I can place my queen on this square and checkmate his king. So I won yet another game. Let me try to search for new game here. I am playing a player from Brazil, I think. Yes, I am right. Knight to f6. I'll play here. Let me go for the Ninja Indian defense. Let's see what my opponent is. Bishop g5 he has played. So if I remember correctly, in this person I can play pawn to c5 move, which I am going to. Maybe white wants to play d5 then pawn into pawn and d6. That will be a good move. Okay, so there is a question. Maybe just how can I say it? Can I play queen to a5 then he can block with his queen. That would place my queen on the awkward as well. So can I capture it and after taking it I can go for the d5 move. That is also absent. Let me do it. First of all he cannot take with the queen because queen f5 check was there. His bishop would have hanged. So that's why. Let me play d5 move. Okay, he take with the pawn. So now queen takes is possible and also pawn takes is possible. I think I'll go for the pawn takes. Maybe I can also take with the queen. I think. Let me just play queen takes and keep this person flexible. So if he wants, he can play bishop into knight and damage my king's pawn structure. But he does not want to. So what can I do? I'll just give a check here. And knight c3, then I'm thinking of playing knight to g5, taking his knight and also the bishop. So knight e4, then there is also queen to a4 check, knight c6, he can take my bishop, but let's take some chances and play this. Bishop d2 he has won for, but this is not a good move, I think. I can exchange my knight with his bishop. Okay, he captured with the queen. Attacked for now. Let's select this it. I can also capture his knight here, but then he can take with the pawn. That would make his pawn structure quite better. I can also play knight to c6 if knight into queen 10, bishop into queen is there. But, let me just, let me just, what can I say? Let me just play queen to a5 here. Keep the queen on the board and see what my opponent plays here. Knight e5 has gone for. Why can't I just play knight to d7 here? This is the question. Because he wants to play queen to g5, but then bishop into c3 is there, so I'm not sure what he wants to play. Maybe he can play pawn to f4, and his kingside pawn structure will be quite weak. Pawn a3 he has played. Now my is not hanging because if pawn takes, then I can capture his rook. I can also take his knight here, and after pawn takes, I can give a check. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Okay, so for now I can capture this pawn also. This is a check, my friend. Save the check, then I can also exchange bishop with his knight. Let me see what he plays here first. So if you guys are watching, to make sure to write something in the chat. Let me just wait. If I castle, then I can capture my. So let me just exchange his knight with my bishop. He cannot play bishop to e5 check because queen is controlling this square. That is quite important to notice. He captured with the queen, so I think I will not exchange my queen here. Let me see what other option do I have. Let me just play queen to f5. Wait, I missed this move. That is not good. That is not good. Let's see if my opponent find it or not. Let me see. Okay, he does not find it, so I'm castling right now, and I'll bring my rook to this file by giving a check. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Bishop d3 has gone for, but now I think rook d8 is possible. d2, then. I think I can go for this. Trying to play bishop to a6, pinning his bishop, and also opening up the seat square for my rook. Let's see what he plays. Rook even he has played, but now just bishop to a6. Rook e3 is forced, and rook to c8 is just a game over, I think. Let me just play this. In b3, he has gone to, but can I play bishop to c4 here? Attacking is queen. I think I can play because if bishop and bishop, then he can take with the rook, and after rook takes, he can play this. So I think bishop c4 is quite a good move here because he cannot take with the queen because rook takes is there. Let's see what he plays here. E4 he has gone for, so he is hitting my queen. So let me just take my queen here, and the pin is also maintained by after going to the g6 square. So that's not a problem for me. Okay. After going to c2, I was thinking of playing this, and I'm also hitting his queen with my rook. Here I can play this. This is a check, my friend. And after going into d3 and king to c1 is forced, but then going to d1 would have been a checkmate. So for now, I'll take a small break. I'll bring some water for me. Until then, you guys can watch another game which I will make sure to add for you. Okay, so you guys can pause this game for now. So I and let me just continue the string which I left there. Let me see. Hello, 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 hello. Let me see how it goes. Yes. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello, hello, hello. Guys, let me hear. I think I have some problem with my audio, so let me fix it. I, I think it is fixed now, uh, but I am not sure what's happening. Why this is happening, man? Let me see, let me see. But I'm not sure, man. I think this is fine now. I think it is good. I think this is quite good for now. So let's see. Okay, so let me just let me just look for So let let me just see this how it goes. Okay, I think this is quite good. I think this is quite good, but let's see what happens. Okay, so let's see how does this happens. I think now everything is good, so I'll just search for another game. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Let me guys know in the chat. So let's see. Uh, I just started yet another game. So where is my biceps? What happens there? My biceps are removed or what? Wait. What is this? Okay, so after refreshing the page, my biceps are back. Thank God. Both biceps was gone. Okay, so here I can play c3 now. Let's see. My opponent goes for knight to f6, so I can play here d4 move, but I'll go for d3. Just solid setup, just supporting my pawn, and in the next move I'll castle here. Okay, let's see what my opponent plays here. Maybe he can also play d6, or if he wants he can go for short castle, but he plays knight to g4. That is not a good move, my friend, because I can just simply castle here and next I will kick your knight from here. So I'm thinking of playing also d4 here. Both moves looks quite good here. Let me see what I can play. Yes, d4 is good, d4 is good, so let's go for it. Yep. Let's see. Okay, he went bishop to b6 here. So for now, there is also pawn to e5 here. Why can't I play pawn to s3 and after knight f6 I can go for pawn e5, or just let me first of all play this, and now the threat is to play pawn to s3 and after knight s6 I can exchange with my bishop. That would be quite good. Yep, that's what I'm going for. Pawn to s3. Now his knight is attacked. Now I will definitely capture this, and yes, let's just develop my knight. If pawn takes, I can just capture with my pawn, and after queen takes, just recapture. Yep, let me just remove it. Okay, so now both the queens are gone from the board. So this position is quite, how can I say it? I think here I can play knight d5, and after knight to e5 I can go for knight f6 check, hitting his rook. But let me just save this pawn for now, and on the next move I can play knight to d5 here. My opponent goes for bishop, I mean knight to b4. What does he wants to play? Does he wants to play knight to c2? I don't care. No. First of all, let's kick his knight from here. And after knight to c2, I think after playing rook e2, his knight will be trapped. If I am not missing anything, yep, that's what going to happen. Now this knight is attacked. Maybe he can save it by playing bishop f5, but then again there is knight to h4 there. Then knight d4. Oh my god, so much complication. Okay, let me see. First of all, let me play this. Just a simple move, threatening knight f6 check and forking his king and a rook. And also there is also another threat to just exchange his bishop and play knight to h4. Okay, my friend missed both of the moves, so I'll just go for this and take this exchange for free. Yep. That's what is happening. Knight h4. Now his bishop is also attacked, and if he saves his bishop, then knight takes, and after recapturing, this knight will also be gone. GG. He can play rook into e5, which he did of course, and now I will go for rook to d7, hitting this pawn. If he wants, he could have gone for rook even check, but whatever. Let's just give a check here. And after this, king is on the same diagonal of my bishop, so here I can just play rook into c7 check, and this game is just simply over, because if rook takes my bishop, then I will capture with this rook, and now I am 2 rooks up for the bishop, so that's why my opponent has resigned in this position. So let me just search for a new game. Now I am playing a player from Turkey, I think. Yes, I was right. So let me start the game by playing pawn to e4. b6 he has gone for. So just d4 move I will play here. Okay, so bishop d3 is quite important. So in this opening, just white does not want to place the knight on the c3 square. That's quite important. Just play knight f3. If he plays knight f6, then queen e2 I'll play. Just not develop my knight on the c3 square. That is quite important in this opening. d5 he has played, so just pawn to e5, and this is a French structure which my opponent is going for, and he is challenging my center now. So can I go for knight to g5? This is the question. This is the main question. I think I can go for it. Can I? Can I go for it? Because knight g5, then pawn takes, queen s5 check. Then at least he can play king to d7. And if queen f7 check, then queen e7 he hedge. So I'm not sure about knight to g5. So let's just castle here. Okay, now I'll take with the knight. So queen s5 is there. So I think he will go for knight to f6. Yep, that's what my opponent wants to play. He does not. Oh my god, this is a mistake from my opponent, because now I can play queen to s5 check, and this game is simply over for now, because g6, then bishop into g6 check is there. Yes. This is what my opponent has missed. So if pawn takes, then I can capture the pawn, because the king is going to get checkmated. After king is 7, then queen to f7 is a checkmate, and king f8, then queen f7 is also a checkmate. So let's just play it, and I can also pre-move it. So my opponent has resigned in this game. That's not good. What am I saying? That's not good. That's definitely good for me, but not for my opponent. Let's search for a new game. Now I'm playing a French player, and my opponent has gone for d4 move. Let me just play knight to f6 and see what's happening. My my opponent is going for the London system, so there is a setup which I am going to play in this game, and you guys can also try this for your game also. So c5 is the move, which from here the setup begins. Yep, let me just exchange this pawn, and I'll play b6 move, try to exchange this bishop here. This is quite a good setup against the Linden system, which I'm going to apply in this game and see how does the game goes. Bishop d3 he has gone for, so let me just play this bishop to a6 and try to exchange his important bishop, which plays quite a good role in this opening. So I'm just exchanging his bishop. Let me capture with the knight, and I'll play bishop e7 now. Next move, I'll castle and bring my knight to the c7 square. Let's see how it goes. Yep, let me just castle for now, because here I could not have played pawn to d6 because there was queen a4 check forking my knight and the queen. That's why I castle there, and for now I can play this. Now there is no queen a4 check, and I will place my knight to the c7 square, then play queen d7 b5 move, queen to c6. These are all quite a thematic move in this pawn structure. that I'm going to apply here. Let's see how does it goes. Yep, my opponent is thinking now. Okay, let him think. Queen e2 my opponent has played, so let me just play queen to d7 and try to go for b5 move. Okay, for now I will just go for the b5, and the plan is quite simple: to play queen to c6 and try to play minority attack by playing pawn a5 and b4 move. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so my opponent has gone for knight e4. Here I am thinking of playing queen to c6, which I can definitely play here, or I can also go for knight to d5, which I think I will go for because I am attacking his bishop. Maybe he can play bishop g3 or bishop to s2, not knight to s2, bishop to s2. But it totally depend on my opponent what he wants to play. Okay, he went to g3 square. Let me just play queen to c6 here and try to bring this rook to the c file and this rook to the b file and try to go for this. Here is a choice: bishop or knight, which I am thinking to play. Hello Sanjay Rajput. So for now I am just pushing my rating. We can play in some time. Can you tell me your chess username? What is your username? Okay, my opponent has played rook to c1. Let me just bring this rook to the c8 square. Sanjay, just to let you know, you are the first chatter in this live stream, so congratulations. Okay, clone piece underscore YT. So we can definitely play after this game, maybe. So chess.com, what is your rapid rating on chess.com, Sanjay Rajput? Queen d2. Let me just play. Okay, uh, I will play this pawn to a5 move. and see what my opponent plays here, because my plan is quite simple: to bring this rook here and try to push b4 move. Bullet I can't play, man. I'm not that good in bullet, so we can play rapid. We can definitely play rapid, my friend. Let me play rook b8. After rook b8, my opponent wants to play b4, but then there is knight into c3. But let's see first of all what he wants to play after rook b8. Can I know your rapid rating on chess.com, Sanjay? If you don't mind telling me your rapid rating on chess.com. So my opponent has gone for rook to c2 move. Now I'm thinking what I am thinking. If I play b4, then he wants to play this. But again, I don't know. I don't know. There is c4 move after b4. That's a problem. But let's see. Let me see. What can I play more here? I can also bring my knight to the c4 square, which I am thinking to do. But after coming to c4, what will happen? First of all, let's bring this knight to the b6 square. 850. Okay, you can challenge me. After this game for a rapid game. We can definitely play. And this is the first live stream on this channel, so you are the first chatter. So again, welcome back. He played rook to c1. Okay. Let me see. Here I can play knight to c4, but after queen to d3, I'm not seeing anything. What can I do after that? But let me place my knight on the c4 square first of all and see what can happen. So, as I said earlier, my opponent has gone for the queen d3 move. So now what shall I play? I am thinking of bringing my rook like this: queen d7, rook c6, rook to c8. I think that would be quite good for me. Yes, that's what I am going to do here. And my first of all, I have just 4 minutes on the clock. Okay, he has played b3 move, but this pawn is hanging. What does he wants to do after knight into pawn? That's the question, man. What does he want to play? Let me first of all capture this and think later. What does my opponent want to play? d5. d5 when? When d5? Okay, now I can play b4 move. Yes, I know after c4 my knight have no square to go to, but pawn is a pawn. Is not it. Pawn is a pawn. Pawn is a pawn. Yes. I can also here go for knight to b5, and he cannot take with the pawn because rook is hanging. But after knight to b5 he can definitely take this pawn. Okay. I have to play fast. Let me just play this. Time is running out. What can I do? Can he go for d5 move here? I think he can play d5, but I can simply capture it, no? After playing d5, or maybe I can also go to c5 square. My opponent did play d5. Okay, that's not a problem. I'll go just rook to c5. Now if pawn takes, then I missed it. He can, what am I saying? Yes, he can capture this pawn which I missed, but let me just, this game is getting quite complicated. He can take with the bishop, then I will pin him. I'm not sure what's happening here, but wait. Don't get hasty here. Let me think. Queen that does not have much a square to go to. Queen d7 is there, then queen into queen is there, and if I exchange this, then after this my both rook will be attacked, so that's quite a bad news. So let me just place my queen on the c8 square. He did play with this, and this is not good. I will just lose my exchange here. Quite a bad position for me for now, but we will fight back. Queen trade when queen trade. Okay, man, this position is getting out of hand. I think he can play queen d7 here. Let's see what he does. Queen d7 is quite a strong move, which I missed. Let's see if he can find it or not. He did not find it. So first of all, I can play this g6, and he can give check, but if I take with my rook, then rook check is there, and after exchanging he will have a rook for my bishop. That would not be good. So I am thinking after queen a check I can go to the g7 square. Let's see. Let me first place my king to the g7 square. No more check now. And my plan is to go for a4 move. Can I win this game? This is quite a good, I mean, quite a big question for now. g5, then I'm thinking of putting my bishop to the c3 square, but let's see what my opponent play here. He took this. Now I will just try to push my pawn, and Let's first of all hit his rook, and after rook c1 I can definitely go for b2 move because he cannot take my bishop because I can queen here. So now there is 1 minute for both of them, both of us. Let's see. This game is getting quite interesting, I think. Okay, so first of all I can exchange this and play this move. Is not it right? I think I can, no? Yes, I can. I will. I can, I will. Yep. Let's go for this. And this diagonal is control, so I'll just exchange and let me just take this pawn. And I'm winning, my friend. You can resign now. You can't do much for now. This pawn is also hanging. Let me just place my rook here and bring my knight. Bring my knight to the game. I will put my knight to the f5 square. Okay. This move I missed, but I don't think there is a problem. Okay, he missed this, and now I will capture this. Now there is a new queen coming for me. Let's just promote and give a discover check, double check, whatever you want to call it. And now this is just a checkmate, my friend. So I did win my game, but this game was quite interesting. Let me just analyze it for now and see. Wait, what happened? My setup got broken, so I think you guys can see the board. I think yes. So this game was quite good until here. Yes, until here the computer is saying to take the pawn, which I did, of course, in the game. And after rook a2, before was forced. Okay, so here it is also good. Computer is saying to play rook a8 move. What is the idea? The idea is to play pawn a4, which I missed. Of course, I'm not a stockfish. How can I say it? d5 move was quite good. So computer is saying to just capture the pawn. Okay, and after queen takes, what does he want? Rook pawn to a4. Yes. Whatever. What can I do? Let me just search for a new game. And in this stream, I'll try to go to the 1500 rating. I have the white pieces. Let me start the game by playing pawn to e4. Knight f3 I can play here. And let's see what my opponent does. My opponent went for Petrov opening. d4 is what I play in such opening. Let's play it. Bishop d3, I'll go for here, hitting his knight. Let's see. d5 is the main move in this position, and knight into e5 is what I'm going to play. But let's see what my opponent goes for here. Okay, he does play d5, so let me just capture this pawn with my knight. Queen e7. Queen e7 I have not seen much. Let me just castle now, because this queen is on the file where my rook is going to be placed. That's why queen e7 is a bad move, I suppose. But how can we exploit it? That's the main question. G6. He wants to fianchetto his bishop. Let me just first of all exchange his knight. This knight is quite good, which I'm going to exchange. Yes, yes, yes. First plan is successful. Now rook e1 is what I'm going to play here. Yep. And he cannot castle because he did castle. So I was saying he could not castle because now I can play knight into g6, hitting his queen with my rook, and also rook and queen both are attacked with my knight. So this is a move which is going to happen, and my opponent is going to regret it why he did castle. What can we do? That's the life. Queen d6. So I'm thinking of playing knight e7 check, and after king h8, queen h5, then how can he save it? There is no point in complicating this position, so let's just take the rook, and in next move I can also play queen to h5. That's there for me, so that's not a problem. Okay, so he captured with the queen, so now I'll bring my queen to the h5 square, and now the threat is to just checkmate his king. How can I save it? There is only one move which I can see of pawn to s6, but my opponent is from another planet. He missed this key. There is a checkmate on this square which my opponent has missed, so I'm going to deliver the checkmate. This is a sweet checkmate which I'm going to do here. Yep, checkmate. GG. Let's search for new game, and I'm playing with, if I'm not wrong, the player is from Slovenia. Let me see the flag. Oh yes, I was right. I was right. Let me play d6 move and see. d4 he did not go for. Now I'll play pawn to s6 and try to go for the b5 move. Okay, let's play b5, hit his bishop. Bishop e2 is forced, or he can also play what I'm saying. Bishop d3 he can also play. Okay, he went for bishop e2. Bishop b7, hitting his pawn. Sanjay, I cannot see your challenge, man. Can you challenge again? I did not see your challenge. Knight f6. You did not challenge me, Sanjay. How can I forget you? You did not challenge me. I did not see your challenge. So after this game we can play. Definitely we can play after this game. Just don't leave the stream and send me a challenge after this game. We can of course play. I am here to play with you guys. So just challenge me after this game and we will play. e5 he has placed, so let me just capture this pawn. Yep. Now I can also capture this pawn, which will make me a pawn up. But yes, why not? Why not? Just take this pawn and become a pawn up. No problem in there. Okay, he wants to exchange this. Hmm, I don't see any problem. Or I do see a problem because after exchanging he will capture with this. Wait, would I have played here queen d4 move hitting both of his rook? I don't think so because there was bishop c3. Okay. Let's see. So I will go for here queen to c7 move, just protecting my bishop here. Maybe bishop d6. I mean bishop f4 he wants to play. Yep. Let me just wait. There is some tactics here. I mean, if I play bishop d6, then he can capture this, and after queen takes, he can play knight into f7. That's the problem. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Because now there is a threat of playing knight g6, attacking my queen and also my rook. So not much choice I have. Maybe I can play queen to c8, but I I waste a move by playing queen c7 at first place. Okay, no problem, no problem. Next move, I want to castling as soon as possible. So let's see how it goes. Guys, do make sure to like the stream because it will recommend more people. If you guys like the stream, so do make sure to like it. Knight d2 my opponent has gone for, so first of all let me castle here. No point in thinking much here. Let's see. Rook b1. So for now this pawn is supported. I don't have to think much here. Let me just play this or this. Which one? Let me go to c6 square. From here I can go to d4 also. So let's see. Let's see what happens. This game is quite interesting for now. I am a pawn up, but my opponent's pieces are quite active in the center, which gives him some compensation, I must say. But I'm not sure. Rook e1 he has gone for. Let me just develop my rook here and think later what I shall play. I want to go for the knight d5 moves. That's why I put my rook on d file. So let's see what happens. He plays this. So knight c5 is not possible. First of all, bishop is controlling it, so I can follow my plan of going to the d5 square. And then, first of all, I'm hitting his bishop also, and I'm also threatening to go knight to c3. Okay. Let me just capture with this. Now the threat is to play this and also to go to the c3 square. So I think he will capture my bishop, I think, but that's depend on him. So rook takes or pawn takes is the big question. I mean rook takes or bishop takes. What am I saying? Okay, let me see. Let me just capture with the bishop. Why shall I think much? Now the position is quite good because my bishop's diagonal is open. I can put my bishop on f6 square and go to the c3 square. Let's see what happens here. Maybe my opponent want to go to the knight a5 move, but again then if he plays knight a5 then this pawn would hang. So I am not sure. This move allows, I think, bishop to d6 hitting the rook and also extracting the bishop. So I think this will give me some material advantage. Let's see what he plays. So he can't move the rook from that square from where he can also save his bishop from the rook. So that's the reason I'm going to be exchange up. Okay, not a problem. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to drink some sip of water for now because my mouth is quite getting dry. What can I do? Let me see. He wants to checkmate me. If I do take his rook, then after bishop takes, there is a checkmate on g7 square. So I cannot play pawn to f6 because bishop into f6 can happen. So let's see. This is quite a good move by my opponent, which I missed. But I can think of playing pawn to s5 first. And I'm hitting his queen, and when he save his queen, then I can think of playing this queen c7 maybe, because there is also a threat of playing bishop into rook. Let's see where my opponent save his queen on which square. He goes for queen to e2. Okay, let me just capture this. Let me just capture this, and I will try to hit his pawn by playing this, I suppose, or I can also capture this. But again, then he can play rook to c1, and after queen into a2, he can go for rook to c7, which will allow him to play queen into g7 checkmate. That would be quite deadly for me, so I don't want to take his pawn for now. that that pawn is poison for now, so let's not take the pawn. Let me just bring my rook by playing this. Wait. Let me first play pawn to a5 because I don't see any threat here for now, and I want to go to pawn a4. Yes, he did play knight to d4, which I was thinking of. Now this position is getting quite interesting, but for now I can take this pawn. Yes, I'm going to take this pawn. This pawn is supported for now, but let's see what happens. Oh, he missed this. He missed my move. I am quite happy now because queen is also getting exchanged, and I will win this game. I am a rook up, and this is a pass pawn which will allow me to queen. Let me just remove it just in case. He goes for this, but I will exchange the queen happily, and Let me just bring my bishop to this square, just o- opening the path of my pawn by removing the bishop from that area. And now these pawns are quite deadly, which will cost my opponent something. I'm not sure what. Hello everyone, you guys are watching the stream, so do make sure to like it. Okay, my opponent has resigned. So Sanjay, you can challenge me if you are here. I'm not sure if you are here or not, but if you are, then do challenge me. I can wait for 2 minutes, then I will start the game. Sanjay, you can challenge me if you are in the chat. Yes, you are. So I'm going to uh, accept your challenge. Okay, let's play knight to f6. Nice c3. Taji wants to play bishop f4 Zubava London. I'm not sure. Okay, but whatever. I'll play this d5 move. Yes, he did go for the Zubava London. Now the threat is to play this. So I'll just control this square. Let's play pawn to c5, I suppose. Yep, why not? Why not? Let's see how it goes. Bishop d3 he has gone for. So let me develop my knight here. Now I'm hitting his pawn. So he did capture it. So I'll just play pawn e6 or pawn to e5. This is the question. Let me just play pawn to e6 and play solid chess. Just don't want to take risk in this game. Just play solidly. Now bishop into c5. I can go for on the next move because he cannot protect by playing b4 move because knight is controlling this square. That's why. Let's see what my opponent plays here. Okay, he goes for knight to f3. Let me just capture this pawn. Knight e5. Okay, no, not a problem for me. I'll just castle here. And if he takes, then I will capture with my pawn. g4. He wants to play aggressive chess. Kudos to you. Okay, he wants to go g5, then remove my knight, then place his queen to the h5 square, threatening checkmate. Okay, my friend. Okay, okay. I'm seeing what you are doing. I'm seeing everything. Let me see. Let me just go there. Yes, let me just go there and play safe chess. Just don't take any risk and play solid chess. Let's see what he plays. Maybe he wants to exchange the knight, but I'll capture with my bishop. He did capture with the knight. Let me capture. Now I must say this position is quite interesting, but here I can go for this move, hitting his bishop, and when his bishop moves I can take this pawn which I have calculated, and if he bring his queen to the s5 square then I can hit with this, which he missed. Let me just capture this juicy pawn. Queen e2 he has gone for. Let's see. First of all, I can play this and this bishop is trapped. I think my opponent has missed it. Yes, just checking if he has something after pawn to e4 or not. I don't think so. So let's play this. He can take my pawn with his bishop, and after this he can also capture with the knight, hitting this and this. But I can play just queen e7, supporting my bishop with my queen. So that would do the job. Let's see what he goes for. My opponent is thinking. He plays bishop to c4. Bishop to c4. Okay. Okay. I will capture it. I will capture it. I can't see it something else. I can also hit his queen. Then he can capture with this. So let me just wait. For now, there is a threat of playing knight into e4, hitting both of my pieces with the queen and also with the knight. So I will first of all hit his queen from here. This queen is quite a menace on c4 square. Let's see where he bring his queen to. Okay, he captured the pawn, which which allows me to bring my rook here. I hope I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Okay. What can I play with here? Can I go for knight to b4 here, and after queen into d7 I can play knight into c2 check? I think I can go for it, but but I think bishop f5 is quite as strong also, so I just remove my bishop from the attack. Or I think I could have also gone for rook to d8, but then bishop c7, queen to g2. I don't know. Queen d5 he has played. So right now I can go for this, which I think I will go for it. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Now there is a threat to, or I could have also gone for bishop into e3. I think that would have been quite a strong move, because after pawn takes then there will be queen takes check, but I can play only one move at a time, so No point in no point in thinking much. Now let me hit his queen first of all. Let me hit it. So where will you go? Where will you go, bro? Okay, so now I'm thinking of playing this. I can also play this, but let's go for this. This is a good move, I think. And after king to f1, now I think I can go for this check. King g1 is forced, then there is a deadly move for me, which I am going to unleash, which is knight into e3. This move just open up the position of white's king, and after pawn takes I can play bishop into pawn check, then queen into bishop or queen to f2 will be forced because this bishop is pinned, can't go to f2 square. Let's see what my opponent plays. He goes for pawn to f4. But my friend, what are you going to play after knight g4 check? What are you thinking of after knight to g4 check? I don't think there is anything for you. Let me double check it once again. I can play also knight f1 check. Nah, knight g4 is fine. He can play bishop to f2, but then everything is winning after that. Then I can also play knight into f2 check, as I can see. And after pawn takes my queen, knight to g4 check is a checkmate after queen to f2, which I am going to play. Pawn takes, queen is forced for him. This was a very good game. GG bro, GG, you played good. And just to let you know, in this position here g5 was good, but after pawn to e5 you should have played queen to h5, threatening checkmate here. And when I save the checkmate, you can save your, you can go here. So this position would have been quite interesting, but let's see. After g5, pawn to e5, you played bishop g3. This just gives up the pawn, but here I was thinking you will play knight into pawn, but you did not. Okay, so GG, you played good, and after some move, bishop to c4 was not good. I think you could have played bishop into pawn, and after pawn takes, just take with the knight, hit my queen and bishop. And after this is also a tough position for white, but still you could have gone for this variation. What can I say? Yes, you could have played this, but you played bishop to c4. This just allow me to play this and play b5 with the tempo, and after this I bring my rook by hitting your queen with the tempo again. This just waste a few moves for you. Queen d3, then I again hit your queen with my bishop with the tempo. This again waste some moves for you. And just see, after knight b4 I'm hitting your queen again. Yep. Then I bring my rook by hitting your queen again. You just waste quite a few moves by playing your queen, so keep in mind that don't bring your queen early in the game, just make sure to save your king by castling. Then you can connect your rooks and then play with your queen in the middle game. Just don't bring your queen in the opening. That would get quite bad. Just you see in this game what happens. And after king to g1, this king is quite exposed, so there must have been something which I have found. Knight into pawn is quite a strong, and after this was just a nice queen sacrifice, because if you take my queen, then knight g4 check, which I was thinking of playing, and after this is just a checkmate. Just see my pieces, all my pieces are active, both the rooks and all of my minor pieces are also active, so that's why just make your king safe first of all. That's your most what I am saying, that's your first thing to keep in mind while playing the game. So let me search for another game. So I am playing Salmon Cove from India. Let me start by playing d4. Okay, let me play this London system just for one time. Knight c6, he has gone for, this is not a good move. Okay, I will play pawn to e3, just play solid chess. Okay, first of all, let me wait before developing this, because he can pin my knight. I'm thinking of playing c4 here, which I of course want to do. Let's see. If it takes my pawn, then I will capture with my bishop. Not a problem for me. Let's see. He goes for e6 move. Now I'll place my knight to the c3 square. Now his bishop is behind his pawn chain, so he cannot place it on the g4 or the f5 square, so I can happily put my knight here. He played this move, but this is not good, I suppose, because I can play this for now, hitting his knight. Let me just play this, supporting the c3 knight with my rook. Let's see what my opponent wants to play here. He goes for queen to f6. Okay, I'll just play this. And I'll castle, and now the threat is to capture this knight. What does my opponent want in this position? Now he must capture my knight, or go knight d6. I don't know. I'm not sure what he wants to play here. Okay, he did capture it. Let me just take with the pawn. Okay. He plays this. Now I think I can go for this. And after pawn takes, I'll play c4 again. Try to exchange black center pawn with my queenside pawn. Let's see what my opponent plays here. He plays this bishop to e6. Hmm. Which allowed, I think, this move. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not sure because my knight would also be hanging after that. What choices I have? Maybe I can play this, hitting his knight. Oh, I allowed knight to b4, of course, which I missed. What can I do? Maybe just play this and hope for the best. Hope for the best, my friend. He missed this. What a pleasant surprise. Let me just play this first. And after pawn takes, I'll definitely capture this. Or not. Or not. Because if I take this pawn, then he can play this move. First of all, what can I play? If knight g5, then bishop f5 he can also play. So let me just take this. Not much point in thinking. And if he plays this, then I can go for this move. Yes, this move is good. And after knight takes rook, I can take this. Bishop is pinned because if he move his bishop, then queen would hang. So I am not sure what he wants to do after this move. Oh my god, I missed something here. He he could have here played knight into rook, and after rook takes he can play queen to a3 hitting my rook, but thank god he missed it because it would have been embarrassing for me. Pawn f5 is a mistake because I'll get two pieces for the rook. That will definitely make my game quite easy. Let's see. Maybe rook e8 he wants to play, then knight f5, c5, knight f5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me just capture this. After knight into e6, then knight d4, I can go to. I don't see a point why I should not. Now rook must save this pawn. That's what my opponent does. Okay, what shall I play here? Let's see what I can play here. I can play this, but my opponent go to f7 square, so let me just place my knight here. b5, quite a good square for my knight. And this game is quite interesting because he has a passed pawn on the a5 square, but but let's see what happens. My opponent is also thinking here, so I'm not sure what he wants to play. Rook to c6 he has played. Okay, let me go there. Bishop to e5, and I'll place my bishop on the d4 square. Now he wants to push this, but I have to block it because this pawn is quite strong. This pawn is getting quite strong, so I had to block it. Let's see. Let's see what my opponent plays here, because this position is getting quite interesting for now. So I can hit his rook by playing bishop d4 move. So rook is attacked now. Maybe he can play this, but now my position is getting quite good because this pawn is blocked by my knight and my rook is free to go here. But first of all, let me fix this pawn. Let me fix this pawn here. And in next move, I can play rook to b1, hitting his pawn. That would be quite good for me. Let's see. Let's see what my opponent goes for. b6 he has played. Okay, this move I have missed because I cannot take it because rook into c1 will be a checkmate. Okay. Let me just play this. Or oh man, this position is getting quite. What shall I play? What shall I play? I can go rook to c2, then he can capture it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. First, let me play this. Just play king f1. Now, what shall I do? He plays this move, which is, I don't know. I'll play rook to c4 for now, and after this, I'll play bishop to c3, I suppose. Now the threat is to capture the c4 pawn, so I think he will save it by playing something like rook a6 or rook to 8. Let's just bring the king in the game. He's also bringing his king. My opponent is playing quite a good game. So here in this position I can play this move, I think, because he cannot capture my bishop because his rook would hang. So let's see what he plays here. He saved it, and now I can place my bishop on this square, just opening my rook file. He missed this or what? He missed this, no? Yep, he missed it. And after this move I can block it with my pawn. Let me just play this move. Pawn is blocked. Now what? Now just wait for my opponent. What does he want to play? Just wait. G7 pawn was also hanging, but I don't think I had time to take it because rook g6 and bishop and pawn both would be under attack. That's why. Let me just play this move, and if he play king e6 check, then just king to c2, and my king is quite well placed on this square, so that would have been no problem for me. Yep, king to c2, as I said earlier, no problem. Okay. What shall I play here? Let me think. Can I play this check? I think I can. Because he cannot take with the queen, because this is a check, discover check, and he would lose his rook. But I think my opponent does not care about his rook. What can I do? Okay, so let's just capture it. I don't think there is much after this check. Just king to c1 I can play. I don't see any point for my opponent to continue this game. He can of course capture this pawn. Okay, he has resigned. He has resigned the game. So I think that's all for this stream. So I will try to stream tomorrow also, and let's see how it goes. This was the first stream on my channel, and if you guys have some suggestions, so do write the comment, and I will try to apply it on my next stream. So see you